Hello, my beautiful friends. Come, sit with me for a moment, take a gentle breath, and let yourself settle into this space we're creating together. I want you to know that you are so welcome here, exactly as you are right now. Whether you're feeling hopeful or discouraged, abundant or lacking, peaceful or stressed, all of it is perfectly okay. You are exactly where you need to be on your journey. I can feel the yearning in your heart, that deep desire for something more, something better, something that feels truly aligned with who you really are. You're here because you know, somewhere deep inside, that life can be different, that you can experience the kind of prosperity that touches every part of your being, your thoughts, your body, your daily experience, your relationships, your sense of purpose. This isn't just wishful thinking, my dear ones. This is your birthright. So often we come to this work feeling like we've tried everything. We've read the books, we've made the vision boards, we've repeated affirmations until our voices grew hoarse, and yet we still find ourselves stuck in the same patterns. The bills still pile up, the body still aches, the mind still races with worry, and the days still feel empty of the joy and abundance we know should be there. If this sounds familiar, please know that there's nothing wrong with you. You haven't failed. You're simply ready for a deeper understanding of how true prosperity works. What we're going to explore together today is a complete approach to attracting the perfect mind, body, and life through daily prosperity practice. This isn't about quick fixes or magic formulas. This is about returning to the truth of who you are and learning to live from that place of natural abundance. Every single day, you have the opportunity to choose thoughts that support your highest good, to treat your body as the precious temple it is, and to create a life that reflects the love and prosperity that already exists within you. The beautiful thing about this work is that it's so gentle. We're not going to force anything or push against what feels hard. We're simply going to begin to notice where we've been blocking our own good, and we're going to lovingly, patiently open those channels so that prosperity can flow naturally into every area of our lives. You don't need to be perfect at this. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to be willing to begin right here, right now with love. As we spend this time together, I invite you to let go of any pressure to get it right. Let go of any stories about why you can't have what you want or why you don't deserve good things. Those old stories have served their purpose, but they don't need to define your future. Today, we're writing a new story together, a story of gentle transformation, daily prosperity practices, and the beautiful unfolding of your most abundant life. When most people hear the word prosperity, their minds immediately go to money. The bank account, the paycheck, the bills, the financial security they long for. And yes, financial well-being is certainly part of prosperity. But true prosperity, the kind that creates lasting fulfillment and joy, goes so much deeper than what's in our wallet. True prosperity is a state of being. It's waking up each morning with a sense of gratitude for the gift of this day. It's having energy and vitality in your body. It's enjoying loving, supportive relationships. It's feeling peaceful in your mind and excited about your future. It's knowing that you have something valuable to contribute to the world. It's feeling safe and secure, not just financially, but emotionally and spiritually as well. This kind of prosperity touches every single aspect of your life experience. You see, prosperity is really about flow. It's about allowing good things to come to you and through you with ease. When we're truly prosperous, we're not grasping or struggling or forcing things to happen. We're not worried about there not being enough. We know that the universe is abundant, and we trust that our good is always making its way to us. We feel worthy of receiving, and we also feel generous in our giving. This creates a beautiful circulation of energy that keeps prosperity flowing in all directions. But somewhere along the way, many of us picked up the idea that prosperity is selfish, or that we don't deserve good things, or that there's only so much good to go around. These beliefs create blocks in our energy system. They literally stop the flow of prosperity in our lives. We might work very hard and still struggle financially. We might eat well and exercise, but still feel tired and unwell. We might be surrounded by people, but still feel lonely and disconnected. When prosperity is blocked, it affects everything. The wonderful news is that these blocks are just beliefs, and beliefs can be changed. Every single day, you have countless opportunities to choose thoughts and actions that support prosperity instead of scarcity. You can choose to see abundance instead of lack. You can choose to treat your body with love instead of criticism. You can choose to speak kindly to yourself instead of harshly. These might seem like small things, but they create the foundation for tremendous transformation. Prosperity consciousness is something we can cultivate, just like we might cultivate a garden. We plant seeds of loving thoughts. We water them with daily practices. We pull the weeds of old limiting beliefs, and we patiently tend to our inner garden until it's blooming with abundance. This isn't something that happens overnight, but it also doesn't take as long as you might think. The moment you begin to shift your perspective from lack to abundance, your entire experience begins to change. Your mind, your body, and your life are all connected. When your mind is filled with prosperous thoughts, your body responds by feeling more energetic and healthy. When your body feels good, your mind naturally feels more optimistic and clear. When both your mind and body are in harmony, your outer life begins to reflect this inner state of well-being. This is why we can't just focus on one area and expect everything else to magically transform. We need to approach prosperity holistically, honoring the connection between all aspects of our being. Right now, take a moment to consider where you are in your relationship with prosperity. What comes up when you think about having everything you need and want? Do you feel excited and open, or do you notice some resistance or doubt? Both responses are perfectly normal. If you notice resistance, that's just information about where your healing work wants to focus. If you feel excited, that's your inner wisdom recognizing the truth of what's possible for you. The mind is where all transformation begins. Every single thing you experience in your outer world first existed as a thought in your mind. The relationship you have with yourself, the state of your health, the abundance or lack in your finances, the quality of your relationships, all of it started with thoughts. This is actually wonderful news because it means you have incredible power to change your experience by changing your thoughts. But here's what many people don't understand about working with the mind. It's not enough to just think positive thoughts on top of negative beliefs. If you're trying to affirm abundance while your deeper mind believes you don't deserve good things, you're going to feel frustrated and discouraged. It's like trying to plant flowers in soil that's full of weeds. The flowers might grow for a little while, but the weeds will eventually take over unless you address them at the root level. The first step in clearing mental blocks to prosperity is becoming aware of what you're actually thinking. Most of our thoughts are unconscious. We think the same thoughts today that we thought yesterday, and we'll think the same thoughts tomorrow unless we consciously choose differently. These repetitive thought patterns create our beliefs about what's possible for us, and our beliefs create our reality. Start paying attention to your internal dialogue, especially around money, success, and worthiness. What do you say to yourself when you see someone else living a life you'd love to have? What thoughts come up when you think about asking for a raise or starting a new business or investing in something that would improve your life? What do you believe about people who have money? What did you learn about money and success when you were growing up? Often we discover that we have very conflicting beliefs. part of us wants prosperity, but another part of us is afraid of it or believes it's not spiritual or worries about what others will think. These internal conflicts create tremendous stress and keep us stuck in patterns that don't serve us. The beautiful thing is that once we become aware of these conflicts, we can begin to heal them with love and understanding. One of the most common mental blocks to prosperity is the belief that we're not good enough or worthy enough to have what we want. This belief usually formed very early in life, often before we had any conscious memory of learning it. But just because we learned it early doesn't mean it's true. You were born worthy of love, joy, peace, and abundance. That worthiness isn't something you need to earn or prove. It's simply who you are. Another common block is the fear that if we have too much, we're taking away from someone else. This comes from the belief that there's not enough good to go around. But abundance is infinite. There's enough love for everyone to be loved. There's enough money for everyone to be financially secure. There's enough opportunity for everyone to find meaningful work. Your prosperity doesn't diminish anyone else's possibilities. In fact, when you're truly prosperous, you naturally want to help others experience prosperity too. Sometimes the block is simply that we don't know how to receive. We're very good at giving, at taking care of others, at working hard and being responsible. But when good things try to come to us, we deflect them or minimize them or feel guilty about them. Learning to receive gracefully is an essential part of prosperity consciousness. The universe is always trying to give to you. Your job is to say yes with gratitude and joy. As you begin to identify your particular mental blocks, please be gentle with yourself. Don't judge these old beliefs or feel bad that you have them. They developed for good reasons, usually to try to keep you safe or help you fit in or make sense of experiences that were confusing when you were young. Thank these old beliefs for trying to protect you, and then lovingly begin to replace them with thoughts that support your highest good. The work of clearing mental blocks isn't about perfection, it's about awareness and choice. Every time you notice a limiting thought, you have the opportunity to choose a more loving one. Every time you catch yourself in scarcity thinking, you can gently redirect your mind toward abundance. This is daily practice, not a one-time event. Be patient with yourself as you learn this new way of thinking. Your mind has been practicing the old patterns for a long time, so it will take some time and repetition to establish new, more supportive patterns. When you begin to consistently choose thoughts that support prosperity, you'll notice that your entire energy shifts. You'll feel lighter, more hopeful, more creative. You'll start to see opportunities that you couldn't see before. You'll attract people and situations that support your growth and abundance. This isn't magic, it's simply how energy works. When you align your thoughts with prosperity, your outer world begins to reflect that inner alignment. Your beautiful body is so much more than just a physical vessel. It's a living reflection of every thought you think, every belief you hold, and every emotion you feel. When we understand this connection, we realize that taking care of our body isn't vanity or selfishness. It's an essential part of creating prosperity in every area of our lives. Your body is constantly communicating with you, showing you where you're flowing with abundance and where you might be blocking your own good. Think about how you feel in your body when you're worried about money or stressed about the future. Your shoulders tense up, your breathing becomes shallow, your stomach might feel tight or upset. Your body is literally holding the energy of scarcity and fear. Now think about a time when you felt truly happy and abundant. Remember how your body felt then: open, relaxed, energized, alive. This is your body in prosperity consciousness, and it feels completely different. The way you treat your body sends a powerful message to your subconscious mind about how much you value yourself and how much good you believe you deserve. When you nourish your body with healthy food, you're saying, I am worth taking care of. When you move your body in ways that feel good, you're saying, I deserve to feel strong and vibrant. When you rest when you're tired, you're saying, my well-being matters. These messages accumulate over time and create a foundation of self-worth that naturally attracts more good things into your life. But so many of us have learned to treat our bodies as the enemy. We criticize how we look. We ignore our hunger and fullness cues. We push through exhaustion. We talk to ourselves in ways we would never talk to a dear friend. This harsh treatment of our body creates stress in our entire system and blocks the flow of prosperity. When we're constantly fighting with our body, we're fighting with life itself. One of the most beautiful things about body work is that it's so immediate. When you choose to treat your body with love and respect, you feel the difference right away. Your energy shifts, your mood improves, your thinking becomes clearer. This isn't about becoming perfect or following strict rules. It's about listening to your body's wisdom and responding with kindness. Start by simply paying attention to how your body feels throughout the day. Notice when you feel energized and when you feel drained. Notice what foods make you feel vibrant and what foods make you feel sluggish. Notice how different types of movement affect your mood and energy. Your body is constantly giving you feedback about what supports your well-being and what doesn't. When you start listening to this feedback and honoring it, you're creating space for prosperity to flow more freely. The foods you choose to eat can either support prosperity, consciousness, or drain it. When you eat foods that truly nourish you, your body has the energy it needs to feel good, think clearly, and take positive action in your life. When you eat foods that don't serve you, you're likely to feel tired, foggy, and uninspired. This doesn't mean you need to follow a perfect diet or never enjoy treats. It means choosing foods that love you back most of the time. Movement is another powerful way to support prosperity in your body. When you move your body regularly, you're literally moving energy through your system. Stagnant energy creates stagnant experiences. Moving energy creates flowing, abundant experiences. Find ways to move that feel joyful to you. This might be dancing in your living room, walking in nature, stretching gently, or playing with your children or pets. The key is to move with pleasure, not as punishment. Rest is equally important, though our culture often makes us feel guilty for taking time to truly rest. Your body does its deepest healing and regeneration when you sleep. Your subconscious mind processes the day's experiences and integrates new learning when you rest. When you consistently deprive yourself of adequate rest, you're working against your body's natural prosperity mechanisms. Honor your need for sleep as a sacred act of self-care. Creating physical space in your environment is another way to support prosperity in your body. When your living space is cluttered and chaotic, your nervous system stays activated and stressed. When your space is clean, organized, and beautiful, your body can relax and your mind can focus on creating what you want. This doesn't mean your home needs to be perfect or expensive. It means creating an environment that feels peaceful and supportive to you. Pay attention to how different environments affect your body. Notice how you feel in cluttered spaces versus organized spaces. Notice how you feel in bright, natural light versus dim, artificial light. Notice how you feel when you're surrounded by beauty versus when you're in spaces that feel neglected or harsh. Your body is always responding to your environment, and when you create environments that support your well-being, you're supporting your prosperity. The clothes you wear and the way you care for your appearance also affect your prosperity consciousness. When you dress in a way that makes you feel good about yourself, you carry yourself differently. You feel more confident, more attractive, more worthy of good things. This doesn't mean you need expensive clothes or to follow fashion trends. It means choosing clothes that fit well, feel comfortable, and reflect the energy you want to embody. Sometimes we resist taking good care of our bodies because we think we need to wait until we're good enough, or until we've lost weight, or until we have more money. But this is backwards thinking. Taking good care of your body now, exactly as it is, creates the energy that attracts the changes you want to see. Your body doesn't need to be perfect to deserve love and care. It deserves love and care because it's yours and because it's the vehicle through which you experience all the beauty and abundance life has to offer. How you begin each morning sets the tone for your entire day. When you start your day feeling rushed, scattered, or anxious, you carry that energy with you into every interaction and every decision. But when you begin your day with intention, love, and prosperity consciousness, you create a foundation that supports abundance flowing to you throughout the day. Creating a morning prosperity ritual doesn't require hours of time or elaborate practices. It's about consistently choosing to start your day from a place of love and abundance rather than stress and scarcity. Even just 10 or 15 minutes of conscious morning practice can completely transform your experience of life. The first few moments after you wake up are precious. Your mind is still soft and open, not yet caught up in the worries and to-do lists of the day. This is the perfect time to plant seeds of prosperity consciousness that will grow throughout your day. Before you reach for your phone or start thinking about everything you need to do, take a moment to simply appreciate that you've been given another day of life. Feel gratitude for your breath, for your heartbeat, for the gift of consciousness itself. As you become more awake, gently bring your attention to your body. Notice how you feel. Send love to any areas that feel tense or uncomfortable. Stretch gently if that feels good. Take a few deep breaths and feel your body coming alive for the day. This isn't about forcing yourself to feel energetic if you don't. It's about acknowledging where you are and sending love to yourself exactly as you are. One of the most powerful morning practices is setting a loving intention for the day. This isn't about making a long list of goals or putting pressure on yourself to accomplish certain things. It's about choosing how you want to feel and how you want to show up in the world. You might set an intention to be kind to yourself, to stay open to unexpected opportunities, to trust that everything you need will come to you at the right time, or simply to enjoy the day as much as possible. Mirror work is another beautiful morning practice that can dramatically shift your relationship with yourself and your capacity to receive good things. When you look in the mirror first thing in the morning, what do you usually think? Most people immediately start criticizing what they see, pointing out flaws, feeling disappointed, wishing they looked different. But this is the perfect opportunity to practice loving yourself unconditionally. Stand in front of your mirror and look into your own eyes with love. See the beautiful soul looking back at you. You might say something like, "Good morning, beautiful. I love you exactly as you are. You are worthy of all the good things life has to offer." At first, this might feel silly or uncomfortable. That's normal. Your mind isn't used to receiving love and appreciation, especially from yourself. But the more you practice, the more natural it becomes, and the more your entire energy shifts. You can also use mirror work to speak directly to any specific areas where you want to experience more prosperity. Look yourself in the eyes and say things like, "I am open to receiving unexpected income today," or "My body is strong and healthy," or "I attract loving, supportive relationships," or "I trust that everything is working out perfectly for me." The key is to speak to yourself with the same love and encouragement you would give to your dearest friend. Gratitude is one of the fastest ways to shift from scarcity consciousness to prosperity consciousness. When you focus on what you already have that you appreciate, you literally change the frequency of your energy. You move from focusing on what's missing to focusing on what's abundant. This shift in focus attracts more things to be grateful for. Each morning, before you get out of bed or as you're getting ready for the day, think of at least 3 things you're genuinely grateful for. These don't have to be big things. You might be grateful for your comfortable bed, for the hot water in your shower, for the coffee you're about to enjoy, for a friend who makes you laugh, for the fact that you have another day to create something beautiful. The more specific you can be, the more powerful this practice becomes. You can also use your morning time to visualize your day unfolding with ease and joy. See yourself moving through your day feeling peaceful and confident. See opportunities presenting themselves to you. See people being kind and helpful. See yourself handling any challenges with grace and wisdom. This isn't about trying to control what happens. It's about programming your subconscious mind to look for and attract positive experiences. Some people like to read something inspiring each morning, perhaps a passage from a spiritual book, an affirmation, or an uplifting poem. Others prefer to write in a journal, either capturing their dreams, expressing their feelings, or writing down their intentions for the day. Some people enjoy gentle music or meditation. Find what feels nourishing to you and what you can realistically maintain. The key to a successful morning ritual is consistency, not perfection. It's better to do something small every single day than to do something elaborate once in a while. Your subconscious mind learns through repetition. When you consistently start your day with love and prosperity consciousness, you train your mind to expect good things and to look for opportunities rather than obstacles. Remember that this is your time. You don't need to explain it to anyone or get anyone else's approval. You're choosing to invest in your own well-being and prosperity, and that investment will benefit everyone in your life as you show up more peaceful, loving, and abundant. Life has a way of presenting us with challenges, and it's easy to let these challenges convince us that prosperity isn't possible for us. When unexpected expenses arise, when relationships become difficult, when health issues surface, when work becomes stressful, it can feel like the universe is working against us rather than for us. But what if these challenges are actually opportunities in disguise? What if they're invitations to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient? Every challenge you face contains within it the seeds of something greater. This doesn't mean that difficult experiences aren't really difficult, or that you should pretend to be happy when you're struggling. It means that even in the midst of challenges, you can choose to look for the gifts, the lessons, and the opportunities for growth. This perspective doesn't change what's happening, but it completely changes how you experience what's happening. When you're facing financial pressure, it's natural to feel scared and to focus on everything that could go wrong. But financial challenges often push us to become more creative, more resourceful, and more clear about what we really value. They might motivate us to develop new skills, to ask for help when we need it, or to find new sources of income that turn out to be more fulfilling than what we were doing before. The challenge becomes the catalyst for positive change. When relationships become difficult, it's tempting to focus on everything the other person is doing wrong or to feel like a victim of their behavior. But relationship challenges always offer us opportunities to become more loving, more understanding, and more skilled at communication. They show us where we need to set healthier boundaries or where we need to express our needs more clearly. Sometimes they help us realize that certain relationships aren't serving our highest good and give us the motivation to create space for more supportive connections. Health challenges can be especially frightening because they directly affect our sense of safety and control. But health issues often force us to slow down, to pay attention to what our body really needs, and to prioritize our well-being in ways we might have been neglecting. They can lead to healthier habits, deeper self-care practices, and a greater appreciation for the gift of life itself. Work challenges, whether it's a difficult boss, a job loss, or feeling unfulfilled in your career, can feel overwhelming when you're worried about financial security. But these challenges often push us toward work that's more aligned with our values and talents. They might motivate us to develop new skills, to take risks we wouldn't have taken otherwise, or to create opportunities that turn out to be much better than what we left behind. The key to transforming challenges into opportunities is to stay connected to your prosperity consciousness, even when things feel difficult. This doesn't mean denying the reality of what you're experiencing or forcing yourself to feel positive when you don't. It means maintaining your faith that good things are still possible for you, that solutions exist even when you can't see them yet, and that you have the inner resources to handle whatever comes your way. When you're in the middle of a challenging situation, take time each day to reconnect with what's still good in your life. Even when things are difficult, there are always some things to appreciate. The love of family or friends, a roof over your head, food to eat, the beauty of nature, small moments of joy or peace. Acknowledging these things doesn't minimize your challenges, but it helps you maintain perspective and stay open to solutions. It's also important to be gentle with yourself during difficult times. Don't add to your stress by judging yourself for having problems or for not handling them perfectly. Everyone faces challenges. It's part of being human. What matters is how you talk to yourself during these times and what you choose to focus on. Speak to yourself with the same compassion you would offer a good friend who was going through similar difficulties. Use challenging times as opportunities to practice asking for help and receiving support. So many of us have learned to be completely self-reliant, but isolation during difficult times only makes everything harder. Reach out to people who care about you. Let them know what you're going through and what kind of support would be helpful. You might be surprised by how willing people are to help and how good it makes them feel to be able to contribute to your well-being. Sometimes the most important thing you can do during challenging times is simply to keep taking care of yourself. Continue your morning prosperity practices. Keep nourishing your body. Maintain your sleep routine. Do things that bring you joy, even if they're small. These practices help you stay connected to your inner stability and wisdom when external circumstances feel chaotic. Trust that every challenge is temporary. This too shall pass. The difficulties you're facing now will eventually resolve, and often in ways that are better than anything you could have imagined. When you look back on your life, you'll probably notice that some of your greatest challenges led to some of your greatest breakthroughs. Stay open to the possibility that what seems like a problem now might turn out to be the very thing that leads you to your next level of prosperity and fulfillment. How you end each day is just as important as how you begin it. The thoughts and feelings you go to sleep with continue to work in your subconscious mind throughout the night, creating the foundation for tomorrow's experiences. When you end your day feeling grateful, peaceful, and connected to prosperity consciousness, you're literally programming your mind for more abundance while you sleep. Many people go to bed replaying everything that went wrong during the day, worrying about tomorrow's challenges, or feeling frustrated about what they didn't accomplish. This creates stress in the body and fills the subconscious mind with anxious, scarcity-based thoughts that work against prosperity all night long. But you can choose to end your day differently. You can choose to close each day with love, appreciation, and trust. Creating an evening reflection practice helps you process the day's experiences with wisdom and compassion. Instead of judging what happened or wishing things had been different, you can look for the gifts in your experiences and celebrate your growth. Even on days that felt difficult or unproductive, there are always things to appreciate and acknowledge. Begin your evening reflection by simply asking yourself what went well today. This might be big things or small things. Perhaps you had a meaningful conversation with a friend, enjoyed a delicious meal, solved a problem at work, felt grateful for something beautiful you noticed, or simply got through a challenging day with grace. Acknowledging what went well trains your mind to look for positive experiences and helps you recognize that good things are always happening in your life. Next, consider what you learned today. Every experience offers opportunities for growth and understanding. Maybe you learned something about patience when things didn't go as planned. Maybe you discovered a new strength when you handled something difficult. Maybe you realized something about what you want or don't want in your life. Maybe you simply practiced being more loving toward yourself. Learning is always happening, even when we don't recognize it at first. If there were challenging moments in your day, approach them with curiosity rather than judgment. What were these experiences trying to teach you? How did you grow stronger or wiser through them? Is there anything you want to do differently tomorrow? This isn't about criticizing yourself or feeling guilty. It's about extracting wisdom from your experiences so they can serve your highest good. Forgiveness is an essential part of evening reflection. Forgive yourself for any mistakes you made, any unkind words you spoke, any opportunities you missed. You're learning and growing, and mistakes are part of that process. Forgive others who may have hurt you or disappointed you today. This doesn't mean condoning harmful behavior, but it means releasing the negative energy so it doesn't poison your peace and prosperity. Express gratitude for the people who supported you today, even in small ways. The person who smiled at you in the store, the friend who listened when you needed to talk, the family member who helped with something, the coworker who made you laugh. Recognizing and appreciating the kindness around you helps you feel more connected and supported, which are essential foundations for prosperity. Take a moment to appreciate your body for carrying you through another day. Thank your heart for beating, your lungs for breathing, your legs for walking, your hands for all the work they did. Even if your body doesn't feel perfect, it deserves appreciation for all the ways it serves you. This gratitude helps heal the relationship between you and your body and supports physical well-being. Before sleep, set loving intentions for your rest. Ask your subconscious mind to process the day's experiences in ways that support your growth and healing. Request that solutions to any challenges you're facing be revealed to you, either in dreams or in quiet moments of insight. Trust that your inner wisdom is always working on your behalf, especially during sleep when your conscious mind is quiet. You might choose to read something inspiring before bed, write in a gratitude journal, listen to peaceful music, or simply lie quietly and send love to yourself and everyone in your life. The key is to transition into sleep feeling peaceful and connected to the abundance that's always available to you. Some people find it helpful to review their prosperity goals before sleep, not with stress or urgency, but with excitement and faith. See yourself living the life you're creating. Feel the emotions of having what you want. Thank the universe in advance for the good that's coming to you. This plants seeds in your subconscious mind that will grow while you sleep. Remember that sleep itself is a form of prosperity. When you allow yourself to rest deeply and peacefully, you're giving your body the time it needs to heal and restore. You're giving your mind the space it needs to integrate new learning and download creative insights. Quality sleep supports every aspect of prosperity: mental clarity, physical health, emotional balance, and spiritual connection. Your environment profoundly affects your ability to attract and maintain prosperity. When you walk into a space that feels beautiful, organized, and peaceful, your entire nervous system relaxes. Your mind becomes clearer, Your creativity flows more freely, and you naturally feel more optimistic about what's possible. Conversely, when you're surrounded by clutter, chaos, or energy that feels heavy and stagnant, it becomes much harder to maintain prosperity consciousness. Creating a prosperity-supporting environment doesn't require a large budget or a complete home makeover. It requires attention, intention, and love. Every space in your home and workplace is either supporting your highest good or working against it. When you begin to see your environment as an extension of your inner world, you naturally want to create spaces that reflect the peace, beauty, and abundance you're cultivating within yourself. Start by looking at your home with fresh eyes. Walk through each room and notice how you feel. Which spaces feel welcoming and peaceful? Which areas feel cluttered or stagnant? Where do you feel most relaxed and creative? Where do you feel stressed or uncomfortable? Your body's responses to different spaces give you valuable information about what needs attention. Clutter is one of the biggest blocks to prosperity because it represents stuck energy. When your living space is filled with things you don't use, don't love, or don't need, it becomes difficult for new good things to flow into your life. There's simply no energetic space for them. Begin clearing clutter gently, one small area at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself by trying to organize your entire home in one weekend. Choose one drawer, one closet, or one corner and begin there. As you go through your belongings, ask yourself what you truly love and use. Keep things that bring you joy, serve a practical purpose, or hold beautiful memories. Release things that feel heavy, outdated, or connected to versions of yourself that you've outgrown. When you let go of items with gratitude, you create space for new abundance to enter your life. Cleanliness and organization support prosperity because they reflect self-respect and care. When your living space is clean, you feel more peaceful and focused. When your belongings have designated places, you spend less time looking for things and more time creating what you want. This doesn't mean your home needs to be perfect or look like a magazine. It means creating systems that support your well-being and make your daily life more pleasant. Beauty is another essential element of a prosperity-supporting environment. Surround yourself with things that delight your senses, colors you love, textures that feel good, scents that calm or energize you, artwork that inspires you. This might be fresh flowers, candles, beautiful fabrics, photographs of loved ones, or objects from nature. Beauty feeds your soul and reminds you that life is meant to be enjoyed. Natural light is incredibly important for both physical and emotional well-being. Open your curtains and blinds during the day. Spend time near windows. If you don't have access to much natural light, consider full-spectrum light bulbs that mimic sunlight. Light affects your mood, energy, and sleep patterns, all of which influence your ability to create and maintain prosperity. Plants bring life energy into your space and help purify the air. Even if you don't consider yourself good with plants, there are many low-maintenance options that can thrive in various lighting conditions. The presence of living things in your environment connects you to the abundance of nature and reminds you that growth and flourishing are natural processes. Consider the energy of the colors in your environment. Colors affect your mood and energy in subtle but powerful ways. Warm colors like soft yellows, oranges, and reds can feel energizing and welcoming. Cool colors like blues and greens can feel calming and peaceful. Choose colors that support how you want to feel in different spaces. Your bedroom might benefit from calming colors that promote rest, while your workspace might benefit from colors that enhance focus and creativity. The entrance to your home is especially important because it's the first thing you see when you come home and the last thing you see when you leave. Make this area as welcoming and beautiful as possible. Clear away clutter, add something beautiful like a plant or artwork, and ensure good lighting. This creates a positive transition between the outside world and your personal sanctuary. Pay attention to the sounds in your environment. Constant noise from traffic, neighbors, or electronic devices can create stress even when you're not consciously aware of it. Create pockets of silence when possible, or use soft, peaceful music or nature sounds to mask harsh noises. The quality of sound in your environment affects your nervous system and your ability to feel peaceful and centered. Your workspace, whether it's a home office, a corner of your bedroom, or your workplace desk, deserves special attention because it's where you focus your creative and productive energy. Keep this area clean and organized. Surround yourself with things that inspire you and remind you of your goals. Ensure good lighting and comfortable seating. When your workspace feels good, you're more likely to feel motivated and creative. Remember that creating a prosperity-supporting environment is an ongoing process, not a one-time project. As you grow and change, your space will need to evolve with you. Regularly assess how your environment is serving you and make adjustments as needed. This attention to your surroundings is really attention to yourself and your worth. When you create beautiful, peaceful spaces, you're affirming that you deserve to be surrounded by beauty and peace. True prosperity happens when your mind, body, and life experiences are all flowing in harmony with each other. When your thoughts support abundance, your body feels vibrant and healthy, and your daily life reflects peace and fulfillment. You're living in integrated prosperity. This harmony doesn't happen by accident. It requires conscious attention and daily practices that honor the connection between all aspects of your being. The beautiful thing about working with mind, body, and life as an integrated whole is that positive changes in one area naturally support positive changes in the others. When you choose prosperous thoughts, your body relaxes and your life circumstances begin to shift. When you take excellent care of your body, your mind becomes clearer and more optimistic. When you create order and beauty in your environment, both your mind and body feel more peaceful and energized. Building sustainable daily practices is the key to maintaining this harmony. Sporadic efforts, while better than nothing, don't create the consistent energy that transforms your entire life experience. But when you commit to small, loving actions every single day, you create momentum that builds on itself and eventually becomes natural and effortless. Your daily practices don't need to be complicated or time-consuming. They need to be consistent and genuine. You might spend 5 minutes each morning setting loving intentions. Take a short walk during your lunch break. Eat one nourishing meal each day. Spend a few minutes tidying your living space and end each day with gratitude. These simple practices, maintained consistently, create profound changes over time. The key is to choose practices that feel sustainable for your current lifestyle. If you try to completely overhaul your routine overnight, you'll likely feel overwhelmed and give up. Instead, choose 1 or 2 small practices to begin with. Once these become natural habits, you can gradually add others. This gentle approach honors your current capacity while moving you steadily toward greater prosperity. Flexibility is essential as you develop your practices. There will be days when your routine gets disrupted by unexpected events or when you simply don't feel like doing your usual practices. This is normal and human. Instead of judging yourself or giving up entirely, simply return to your practices when you can. Consistency is more important than perfection, and self-compassion is more powerful than self-criticism. Pay attention to how your practices affect your overall well-being. Notice which activities make you feel more energized and which ones feel draining. Notice which practices you look forward to and which ones feel like obligations. Your body and intuition are constantly giving you feedback about what serves your highest good. Adjust your practices based on this inner guidance rather than forcing yourself to follow someone else's formula for success. As you develop consistency with your prosperity practices, you'll begin to notice ripple effects in all areas of your life. Your relationships may become more harmonious as you bring greater peace and love to your interactions. Your work may become more fulfilling as you approach it from a place of abundance rather than scarcity. Your finances may improve as you make decisions from wisdom rather than fear. Your health may flourish as you consistently care for your body with love. These changes often happen gradually, so it's important to acknowledge and celebrate small improvements along the way. Keep a journal where you record positive changes you notice, no matter how small they might seem. This helps you see the progress you're making and builds your faith in the process of transformation. Sometimes the changes happen in unexpected ways. You might find that as you work on prosperity consciousness, old friendships naturally fade away while new, more supportive relationships appear. You might discover talents or interests you didn't know you had. You might feel called to make changes in your career or living situation that initially feel scary but ultimately lead to greater fulfillment. Trust these stirrings of your inner wisdom. Your soul knows what you need for your highest good. Remember that prosperity consciousness is not a destination you arrive at, but a way of being that you can choose moment by moment. There will be days when you feel abundant and grateful, and there will be days when you struggle with old patterns of worry or self-doubt. Both experiences are part of the human journey. What matters is your commitment to returning to love again and again. As your mind, body, and life come into greater harmony, you naturally become a source of inspiration and support for others. When people see you living with peace, joy, and abundance, they remember that these qualities are possible for them too. Your prosperity becomes a gift not just to yourself, but to everyone whose life you touch. This is how positive change spreads through the world, one person at a time, choosing love over fear, abundance over scarcity, hope over despair. My dear ones, as we come to the end of our time together today, I want you to take a moment to feel how much you've already shifted simply by opening your mind and heart to these ideas. The fact that you're here, listening to these words, seeking to create more prosperity and joy in your life, shows that you're already on the path of transformation. You don't need to wait until you're perfect or until you have everything figured out. You can begin right now, right where you are, with whatever you have. The journey of creating prosperity in your mind, body, and life is not about reaching some distant goal where everything is finally perfect. It's about falling in love with the process of growth, the daily choice to treat yourself with kindness, and the beautiful unfolding that happens when you align with your true nature. Every small step you take toward loving yourself more, caring for your body better, and choosing thoughts that support your highest good creates ripples of positive change that extend far beyond what you can see. You have everything within you right now to begin transforming your life. You have a mind capable of choosing love over fear. You have a body that responds beautifully to care and attention. You have a life that is ready to reflect the love and abundance you cultivate within yourself. These are not things you need to earn or prove you deserve. They are gifts you already possess, waiting for you to unwrap them with gratitude and wonder. As you move forward from this moment, be patient and gentle with yourself. Change happens in its own perfect timing, and every person's journey looks different. Don't compare your progress to anyone else's. Don't judge yourself for having setbacks or challenging days. Instead, celebrate every moment when you choose love over criticism, abundance over scarcity, and faith over fear. These moments are the building blocks of a truly prosperous life. Remember that you are so loved, so worthy, and so capable of creating beautiful changes in your life. The universe is conspiring to support your happiness and success in ways you can't even imagine. Your only job is to stay open, keep choosing love, and trust that everything you need will come to you at exactly the right time. I believe in you completely. I see the beautiful, abundant life that's waiting for you, and I know that as you continue to love yourself and apply these gentle practices, that life will unfold naturally and joyfully. You are a magnificent being, deserving of all the good life has to offer. Never forget that truth, and let it guide you as you create your most prosperous, fulfilling life. Until we meet again, surround yourself with love, treat yourself with the tenderness you would give to a precious child, and know that you are always supported, always loved, and always worthy of the very best that life has to offer. All is well in your world, and so it is.